So hi guys, here I am again in my new car. Meet Honeybee. This is my beautiful new car that I got. Yeah. So I'm gonna talk about reasons why God is so good and the way He has provided throughout 2020, even though everything was rough and gruff and terrible and miserable, and I don't want to live 2020 again. So, in my life. So I'm going to list off a couple of things. Again, like I said in prior videos, I don't know how to count. So I'm just going to list them off as I go. 1, 2, 3, so on. So, yeah, let's just get into it, I guess. And I have a list like always. Prior to this year, surprisingly, I felt very stuck. And it's interesting because right when COVID happened was when I started getting unstuck out of the rut that I was in. Partly what had to do with it was getting let go from that's where I want to work now. Getting let go from Hobby Lobby, because Hobby Lobby just kind of reminded me of the mindset I was in. Moving on from that job was really beneficial to my mental state because it just reminded me where I was and the rut of a year I was in, basically. So, blessing one that came out of 2020 was getting let go from Hobby Lobby due to COVID-19. So that was a huge blessing, and moving on from that season really helped me, put my trust in God and that the plans that He has. Go like, okay, the whole world is shutting down, so I'm not stuck like everyone is stuck. Number two is starting school at CWI. So with leaving Hobby Lobby, it really encouraged me to take new steps, even though scary. And so I started school at CWI, and it has been such a huge encouragement. In high school, I struggled a lot with learning disabilities, and just it really impacted my self-esteem in a lot of ways that I'm still working through right now. I just had not great experiences with my academic career throughout elementary and high school, mostly because of my learning disabilities and the fact that the school didn't really know how to react or deal with it properly. And I'm not disregarding did or try to help, because they help to an extent, but in the long run it really damaged my self-esteem. I had insecurities based off of me being smart. Like, I didn't feel smart, I didn't feel capable, and it was just a load which contributed to my future, I guess, my early 20s. Like now, outside of high school, my 5 years of being outside of high school, it really made it scary to move on to new things, because I would question my capability, if I can do normal things that everyone else does, ba-di-da-di-da, those things. And one reason why I didn't start school is because of that. What happened in high school definitely proves my capability, and I basically just put myself in a box because of just what happened in high school. I probably will go more in detail if I decide to in a different video, but it's what happened. And when I started at CWI, I only been going for 1 semester. I decided to do marketing communication of applied science, and last semester I only applied for 2 classes, which was math and English. And I don't know, God has redeemed me in so many ways in just 3 months with 2 classes. So with my math class, I passed like all my math quizzes, all my math tests with like 100%, and the Lord really redeemed me that way. And I did really well on my English too, and I learned different things in English as well. So God has really shown me through a small thing what I'm capable of. Everything that kind of happened in high school is in the past, is a lie. It's not a lie because it happened, but it's in the past, and that doesn't define who I am now and my abilities and what I can do. The third one is, after getting let go from Hobby Lobby, I started working at Joann's. And I met this really cool Christian girl who invited me to this Bible study, and I've been going ever since, and it has been a huge blessing because through all this shutdown and COVID-19 and terribleness of this year and that stuff, I had a social outlet. I had people to connect with, to pour into me. I had a Bible study to people to talk about God with and Jesus with, and it was a blessing. It was huge, and now I have new friends and just people to talk to. It's really a huge stability when I really couldn't go out and hang out in big groups. My other Bible study stopped because of COVID and everything was shutting down in every group situation. God just knew I needed people then, and he gave me that, and it was really good. I keep on saying it's a huge blessing because it is a huge blessing, guys. It's so good. That is good. The next thing is I started work at Costco. So right when I edited my resume and sent it in, like I made a few corrections on it because it wasn't up to date, and then they called me and asked me in for an interview. Then I went in for an interview, and then I got hired, and it was just like, whoa, like one thing after other. It's not my dream job at all, but it has been so much better. It's so much more fast paced, and you're constantly with people communicating, so there's no room just to sit there and think and overthink, and you have no room to be bored, and you get paid way better than other retail jobs, and it's so much more fun, and I met a lot of cool people, and I gained a crush at Costco. He's cute, even though he does. Let's not talk about that. Anyways, besides crushing, anyways, Costco was a huge blessing, and wow, God is good. He really does provide. A silly one is I learned how to do my eyebrows, if you guys can see right there. How nice hair. I got my makeup. Last year, I colored in my eyebrows way too dark that they ended up looking like caterpillar eyebrows. And my sister has told me several times before that they don't look good. They look like caterpillars. They just don't look good. And I never believed her. I thought they looked fine, and I thought it was fine. But then all of a sudden, a new year comes around, and this year comes around, and I realized it wasn't my best look. It didn't look good. So, thank the Lord I learned how to do my eyebrows. Also with that, I learned how to dress better, but I learned a lot of what colors don't look good on me and what colors do. How to wear stuff that flatters my body and me instead of stuff that makes me look like a box. So even though they were cute, and that's why I wore them, but I just dressing more classy and mature and just, I want to say more pretty. It's just more pretty. Thank God for that in 2020. One of the good things. The sixth sweet thing is my car. So I got a car last year around August 2019, and it was a Chevy Impala, and it was a used family car, and I got it for a good price. And around like a month ago, I was talking to family and friends, and I'm like, I hope my car lasts like 3 or 5 years. I hope it lasts. And then a week later, after I say that, I don't even know if I'm saying this right because I know nothing about cars. The transmission went out and died, and it would have cost $46,000 if I were to fix it, and no way. So I got super anxious, and I just started praying. I just started praying a lot, and I had a really sweet conversation with one of my friends, and I was just expressing my anxious thoughts and just telling her, like, I feel kind of shameful for being anxious, and she's like, well, like, think about it in this way. Think about, like, she took it from her perspective, like, oh, my friend Janae is very anxious about that her, like, car died and all that stuff, and just please, like, teach her about that you can use this car situation to draw her closer to you in a deeper relationship and use it for good, God. And so I just took that to heart, and I started praying for myself, and I remember sitting down in church, and we were talking about God's kindness and his love. So I'm like, God, please show your goodness through this situation, your love. Through this car situation, something that seems so small. So I prayed for a car that fits me. I prayed for it to be cute, even though that like obviously doesn't matter that much, but I prayed for it to be cute. I prayed that it'll be affordable for me, and that it'll last long, and it'll be durable and can take me far distances. So after praying that, I got help from my brother-in-law, and we were looking on like Facebook Marketplace. And a week later, I was blessed with a yellow bug, and oh my goodness, it's extremely a blessing. God answered all my prayers about it to a T. And now, I don't know, I just make sure every time I sit in that car, I am reminded of His goodness, His kindness, and that He cares about the little things, and He cares about what we desire, and He cares about us. So, He answered the prayer of it being affordable and cute, and just, I don't know, I cannot not believe that He answered the rest of them I prayed for, so it's a huge blessing. I'm so grateful. But yeah, those are the things that I'm super grateful about 2020, and I am so excited to see what 2021 has. And I guess my whole goal this new year is to be more intentional with my time, who I invest in, and myself, because I am a child of God, and we only have one life to live. And I feel like things need to change. If not the things that I can see, but things in me like need to change, like sin patterns, or watching TV, or things like that. Little things, just everything. But anyways, I think that is all that I have for today, and I know this video was all over the place, but thank you for bearing through with me and listening, and I hope you guys had sweet things out of 2020. I cannot not believe that one good thing didn't come out of 2020 for you guys, but I'm praying for 2021 for me and everyone else in this world, and it's gonna be different, but it's still gonna be good. It's probably still not gonna be easy, but it's gonna be good, and God is good. So yeah, thank you, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day today, and a happy New Year's, and yeah, love you. Bye.